Friday, October 23rd, 2009, and time for Live from the Future with Stuart Pep. Tonight's guests, Larry Gooley and Antonio Sabato Jr. with John Fulton and the Fulltones and Jesse Schneiderman at the Message Center. And now, your host, Stuart Pep.
There it goes, everybody. There we are! Finally! That is right. We are doing this. What? It's Friday, everybody. We have a special show. Welcome to Live from the Future. It is Friday, October 23rd. Special edition, everyone. Wow. Special edition.
Yeah!
Yes, indeed. Styx cover band on the show tonight. We have a packed show tonight. We have a pants full of show. We have a double guest from Curb Your Enthusiasm this Sunday. We have Larry Gooley. That's right. And here to talk about the series finale of My Antonio, it's Antonio Sabato Jr. Everyone give her. That is right. That is right. We packed it full of show. Of course, we have the regular. We have all the regulars back, and I came back to claim my rightful throne. Now, as you know, I've been doing the show with John and Jesse for almost 3 years. And that's right. And if you add up all the hours that we've been doing the show together, Jesse and I never had a problem. Let's introduce Jesse Schneiderman, everybody.
Hi.
There she is, everyone.
Hi, how
Looking
are you?
lovely. Looking lovely.
Nice to see you. Hi, how are you?
You look, wow, you sound professional.
I'm professional tonight, so hello.
And then, of course, my other co-host, Johnny Fulton, everyone.
Hey,
yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
John, now,
God, you look good, Stu.
you know
Really
what?
good. Great
First
to
of all,
be here.
John.
Friday,
You look like
Friday
a
night,
bum.
Well, Friday night show.
Indeed, it's
Who
a
knew?
Friday night show. Now,
I
John.
don't act like this. I don't dress like this on Friday. Whole new attitude.
John, 10 days ago, I left this show in your hands. And this
You're
is
bad.
This is how you repaid me.
Nice.
Let's review. I'm going to give you my assessment, okay? First of all,
Is this your review of?
this is my review of how you did the show.
I don't
okay?
even. These are your
Oh,
opening
okay.
comments on the show.
These are my opening comments. First
I'm
of
a
all,
little nervous now, actually. I
you
didn't know
wore
this was coming.
you wore that pink shirt that you've worn probably 600 times.
I
And
had
we've
it
only
on
been
earlier.
on
That's true.
110 times.
Yeah,
I had
change
it on
up,
earlier
John.
today. I actually took it off because I was worried of that.
I'm just saying, I will take you to Ross Dress for Less later, and I will pony up $8 for a FUBU gear with the whole stripes.
I'm more of a fashion bug guy, but that's
Okay,
cool.
all right, we'll go to the fashion bug. Second of all, no hair products. You wore none. If you
Didn't even get a haircut.
If you just actually wipe the desk, I have enough gel and goop on this desk that you could rub in there. There's bear grease on this desk. That's what I do. I'm like a pitcher. If I ever need resin, I just wipe the desk and I mat down part of my head.
You know what I gotta say about that, Stu?
What do you have to say about
Not
that?
everybody has the money to get a haircut every year. Go on.
Actually, it's every 5 to 6 weeks is what you're looking at.
I got a haircut the day after the show, just to stick it to you, Stewie.
Right. Yeah, right afterwards? That's nice.
I did.
Very
I got
clever.
that night.
You went to Supercuts, you're like, give me the molester cut, please, and I'll spit in it myself.
Here's my interpretation of John and Stuart. You have too much hair gel. You don't have enough hair gel.
That is good.
I like that we're doing those hand movements as well.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex, like small arms. she's
We are
doing
the
there.
worst DJs ever.
Scratch it
Johnny,
up.
though, the other thing, you made the guests nervous.
I did.
You were sweating all over the place. Like you had a kilo of Coke in your pants going through LaGuardia. What was, I mean, seriously, what is going on with that?
Everybody has the money to get your sweat glands removed.
Okay, I did that. That was a surgical choice that I did that. And I will have you all know.
It's amazing.
You are thanking me right now because the sweat that would be glistening my upper lip would scare the children at home.
I've never seen you sweat. We went to a sauna. It was amazing. Straight down. You were ready for camera right after that.
Surgically remove your sweat glands, everybody.
It
it's
works.
Great. Yes,
look
I've had them
great.
redirected. Guys, we have a packed show. We have 2 guests. We have Larry Gooley, who is on this Sunday's Curb Your Enthusiasm, and we have Antonio Sabato Jr., who you know from My Antonio. You know him from General Hospital. You know him from the Calvin Klein ads. You know him. So we're going to get to them right in a second here. But before we do that, we want to find out who's in the chat rooms because we know we have a ton more viewers tonight because we've been telling everyone. So let's do 30 seconds of IM names. Come right back with Larry Gooley. Talk about Curb Your Enthusiasm. Johnny Fulton, do it.
Oh, here we go.
Wait, is John doing it or am I doing it? I'm doing it.
Okay, do we have to recap this again? John does
I'm
the
ready,
music.
I'm ready.
John does the music. You read the names.
Okay.
Professional Jesse.
I'm professional tonight, so.
Go for it.
Tumor 20, Anastasia Vegs, WestJet, Agent TDM, Amigi, Aliens, Beatrice G, Bloodbath, Bonus Mouse, Carmo, Drunken Lemur, D-Spiral, Elohim, ESPN, FilmFan, Folk Me Hard, Bitch, Golden Chick, HG Rebel, Hertz Donut, Johnny Oz, Jay Sanchez, Kick Liquid, Killer Nail Bunny, Killer Stick, Nightstar, Lilac, Mick Quailic, Movie Mat, Nasty Sins, Necro Kakaroto, Nick Fuzza, One Alien, 1 point.
Okay,
Chico.
we're good.
Damn it!
Thank you.
There's too many of you.
Folk Me Hard, winner of the best handle.
It's Folk
Brian,
Me Hard, bitch.
There we go. Brian, personal request. Can I get actually the volume control on Jesse's mic set up on my desk here so I can turn it down a little bit?
Done.
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 All right, yes. I will mute it. All right, our first guest is starring on Curb Your Enthusiasm tonight. He goes head-to-head with Larry David. Please welcome my guest, Larry Gooley, everyone. Larry Gooley. Welcome. Thank you for being on the show.
I appreciate it.
Larry, you got into acting in retirement. Tell us a little bit about that. How did you decide to do that?
Well, I don't really think I've ever retired.
Okay.
And I consider myself having acted all my life, whether it was being an officer in the Army back during the Vietnam era when I was leading men. That's really acting.
You were in the Vietnam conflict. You were an artillery officer.
Yes, I was.
That's right. And how many years were you over at Vietnam?
I was in the Army 3 years.
So and you were stationed in Vietnam during the
No.
entire time?
No.
Half the time?
None of the time.
A month? No, you weren't there at all.
It's a great story. I went to Artillery OCS in Fort Sill, Oklahoma.
Right.
When you graduate in the top 5% of your class,
Right.
you get to choose your first station. So I wanted to go home. I'm 21 years old.
Sure.
I went back to Fort Dix, New Jersey.
Right.
And while I was there, I became a company commander right away. And when I first came up for orders for Vietnam, I was coaching the post softball team.
Important during the conflict. Everyone talks about the softball team.
General Hightower said we can't let him go to Vietnam.
On a softball technicality?
He has to take the team to Fort Eustis, Virginia for the All-Army tournament.
Right.
6 months later, I came up for orders for Vietnam again, and I'm coaching the post football team.
Everyone knows football versus community.
So General Hightower said we can't let him go to Vietnam, so I stayed at Fort Dix for over 2 years.
Wow. So basically,
I got-
anyone who's smart and is coaching a team gets to stay.
Well,
and
that worked for me. I don't know about everybody, but it worked for
everyone
me.
else, oh, this guy's dumb as a rock. Send him over. So that was your first sort of go at post, high school, and then what did you do after that?
I went down to Wall Street.
Oh wow.
I was a member of the New York Stock Exchange for 30 years, and I was a specialist in the floor, which is a market maker. It's very technical, but you're dealing with hundreds of brokers every day, and that's actually acting because
Right.
you can't let them know what you want the stock to do.
Right.
And you're trying to make everybody happy, so that's acting.
So you're basically saying that whether it's a conflict, a communist conflict, or you're trading stocks, or you're on General Hospital.
Well, I went
everything
from
is
Wall
acting.
Street to playing senior professional golf, and that is performing and acting
Right.
because you're on television all the time and playing in pro-ams and making speeches, so it's the same thing.
It's the through
It's a
line.
natural transition.
Wow. I just learned a lot there. Thank you, Larry Gooley. Larry Gooley, this Sunday you're going to be on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes, I
you
am.
went head-to-head with Larry David. Tell us a little bit, without giving it away, of course, because
Well,
people are going to see it this
Larry
Sunday.
gets in one of his normal messes,
Right.
and I catch him doing something he shouldn't be, and we have a little argument about it. And
Right. An argument on Curb?
Yes,
Who is this guy?
and
What?
it's nose to nose, and
Right.
then later on it moves to the police station.
Nice.
And,
So let me ask you this, because I've heard that Larry does a 7-page outline, no lines, and he lets you improv. Have you
It's
done?
absolutely the hardest thing I've ever done
Really?
because
Now
That
you
sounds
remember?
amazing.
Hold on. Now you did coach softball. Let's bring it back a little. Let's give you the due that you. No, but why is that though? Why? Because you don't know how to.
In my audition, they give you, all they give you is a tagline.
Right. And what was your tagline?
The tagline
Tastes
is,
great.
I'm the owner of a pizza parlor.
Right.
Larry comes in, I catch him stealing something. That's all they tell you. You audition for it. That night I got hired. I
Right.
show up on the set 2 weeks later.
Right.
I said to the director, Larry Charles, the very famous director,
Larry Charles. Sure.
Everybody knows
He's done
him.
Religulous. And
He's done
all this-
everything.
Yeah. Right.
and I said to Larry, what do you want? He said, just do what you did in the audition. So I have not met Larry David.
Right.
You do not meet him. He does not shake your hand. He comes to the set.
No.
Yes.
Action.
Yes.
Get out of town.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Action. It's me.
Yes.
It's me to him.
Yep.
So I do exactly what I did in the audition. They
Right.
said, that's great. Let's go again. Do exactly what I did in the audition. Then Larry Charles says, that's great. Now do something completely different.
Okay.
And you stand there dumbfounded.
punch him in the face,
What
right?
the hell am I going to do?
That's an acting movie.
And that's hard. And we did 9 more takes like that. Do
Wow.
something different.
You did 9, so
So-
you did a total of 11 takes
Yes.
for that. And then you're done. You don't get to hang with him. You don't get to be like,
No,
hey,
he
pass the-"
disappears.
Right, yeah. You're not like at the craft service tent. You're
No,
like
not quite.
trying to
He
spread
disappears.
some. Thank you.
And then you show up to shoot the second scene, which takes place in a police station on Friday, 2
Right.
days later, and it's the same thing.
Right. Well, I guess there's a certain thing. He doesn't want to hobnob with everybody.
No,
and
I
then
understand.
it kills the energy, right?
He shook my hand at the end, said thank you, and that was it. Said goodbye.
Absolutely.
The scary thing for me
Right.
is I have no idea what's going to be on Sunday night.
Right.
What did they use? What didn't they use? How much did they edit?
Yeah. Well, we'll find out
Well,
Sunday.
we'll find out.
You can watch this, of course, 9 p.m. on Sunday on HBO. You can watch Larry Gooley, and it's LARRYGULI.
L.I.
He's going to be, that's his website too,
Yes, it is.
LarryGooley.com. You can watch him on Curb Your Enthusiasm. Now, before we let you go, I read your resume. I mean, accomplished golfer, clearly softball and football
That's
coach.
not on the resume.
That is not, but I'm
Okay.
impressed.
That's
But
not
it
on the
also, here's
resume.
what struck me, the Mensa. Now, every flight I go on, I always open up one of those things and I take the Mensa quiz on the back.
Absolutely.
And after I ball into it after a few and have a few more scotches, I pass out and I usually have it stapled to
And you go
my
to the
head.
answer page, and you said, I knew that.
Exactly, I go. So what I thought we'd do live is I'd have Jesse pick out any question from
Oh,
this
my
Mensa
goodness.
quiz. And we're gonna see who can get this quicker. And actually, we have titles for this. Brian, I think this is the second or first set of titles. This should be, yeah, we got it ready to go. So, John, we need a little song to intro this. This is Larry versus Stu. We're going to do a Mensa question. Whoever gets it right first is the winner and gets to be that person for the rest of their life. Okay, let's go. Larry versus Stu. Johnny, take it away.
Didn't know about this one. Who's smarter?
There we go.
Larry or Stu? I got it right.
My name's Stu.
Who's smarter?
There you go. Look at him.
Larry or Stu?
There we go, Larry versus Stu.
Who's smarter?
You ready, Schneids?
You'll find out what to
Make it
do.
easy.
Who's smarter? Larry or Stu? Woo, that was top notch.
I'm just crying because I'm so happy.
Everybody, Jesse Schneiderman is having a moment. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Are you choking on something?
No,
You're that emotional during the show.
I'm just so emotional.
Look, look.
I was reading the questions and I was thinking,
Make it easy.
oh my God, these are so hard.
Wow.
Like, how could anyone?
And she's
How
a
could
smarty
anyone know
pants.
the answers to these?
She went to the University of Pennsylvania.
I went to Penn.
Yeah, okay. We need to do this real quick.
Sorry, I had a cardiac problem. I'm just kidding.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Give us the question.
Okay.
All right, I've never
If
heard
two
this.
typists
I'm out.
can type 2 pages in 2 minutes, how many typists will it take to type 18 pages in 6 minutes?
If 2 typists
If 2 typists,
can type 2 pages
2 pages,
in 2 minutes,
2 minutes,
how many typists will it take to
to
type
type 18 pages
in
in
6 minutes?
See, even just remembering the question, I think that's genius. He remembered.
6 minutes is 3,
So, and
6 pages.
It's fun to watch these guys.
And keep in mind that these are probably female typists.
Does that make a difference?
That's up to you, Larry.
Just got a little.
I was just giving you some more information.
There's like every answer possible in the chat room.
One of these
wait, what's the question?
If 2 typists can type
No,
2
those
pages in
okay.
2 minutes,
Okay.
how many typists will it take to type 18 pages in 6 minutes?
How many typists will it take?
Time's up. Time is up.
I'm gonna go
Finish it.
18 pages in 6 minutes.
Time is up.
All right. I'm gonna go 400.
400.
Okay. No, really?
Oh,
That
wait,
means-
I have to give you the multiple choice.
Okay, go for it.
There's answers.
Okay, go for it.
3, 4, 6,
That's not helping at all.
12, 36.
Or 400.
So 36 typists, 18 pages. I'm going 36. Larry, do you agree? Or do
No.
you want to pick one?
No, I'm going to defer to you because you're the host of the show, and I can't show you up.
Just pick one.
Show 'em up.
Show me up.
I'll pick C.
All right, C. Whatever C was. I picked 36.
Well, it's One typist types one page in 2 minutes.
We don't need the explanation. Just give us the answer.
I don't know how to get the answer unless I get it right, and I don't know what the right one is.
That was great.
That's how she's reading it.
All right, we'll get back to that. There we go.
I
That was really anticlimactic, everybody. Larry Gooley, give him a big hand. Larry Gooley. Larry Gooley. LarryGooley.com. Watch Curb Your Enthusiasm this Sunday at 9 p.m. and you can watch him go head to head.
He was right. He was right.
Larry Gooley, everyone.
Right.
Wow, we have timing down to a T. All right,
Yes, we do.
we're gonna go over to the message boards, and we're gonna switch out here. And so let's go over to you, Jesse. Let's talk to some other people who we haven't said hello to yet, so we can switch out.
All right, awesome. Here's Pibe38, and Veg says it's not even a hard question. Whatever, Vegs. Johnny Oz says she read the question wrong. Johnny Oz, you don't know nothing.
That's right.
Pseudo, LOL, fail. Vegs, LMAO, Jesse. You know what that means? Laughing my ass off.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Keep it professional. You're
Sorry, I'm keeping it professional. What's up, Johnny Oz? She had to be blonde. I'm not even blonde. I'm thinking, these are highlights.
She's thinking of going chestnut.
People, I'm thinking of going chestnut.
She's thinking of going chestnut.
I'm thinking of going chestnut.
She's thinking of going chestnut.
Mr. Crazy Pants, oh, I've never seen this one. What's it about? It's about you. And it's about me. And it's about all of us living together and basically just rocking it out.
Yeah, then Mr. Crazy Pants can have a lot of meanings.
Killtastic,
Might
what's
wanna
up?
look
I'm
into
sorry I
that.
said your name wrong before. I know. You guys are all into the fail. I'm gonna succeed tonight, and you're gonna love it.
I think fail is the new win, Jesse, so you're all good.
Mensa,
Yay!
eat your
Fail's a new
heart
win.
out.
What's up, Telemundo? What's up, Bubble Boy Chet?
Whoa.
Thank you. Jesse Schneiderman, everybody, looking professional, sounding somewhat professional. There she is.
Thank you.
Yes, she is. Indeed. All right, my next guest, you will know him from My Antonio. The series finale is this Sunday at 10 p.m. on VH1. How about a big hand for Antonio Sabato Jr., everyone? How about a big hand? Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure.
All right, so let's talk about the show a little.
Yeah.
First of all, extremely entertaining.
Thank
I've
you very
enjoyed
much.
myself, and I just want everyone out there in the message world to know that this is television. Enjoy yourself, because there's a
Right.
lot of opinions.
Yeah, of
People
course.
are all worked up because of the dating element. So
Right.
my first question to you is, what was one of the most surprising things you learned yourself from doing the show?
One thing that I learned is that I care about people and I don't want to hurt anyone, and that was something that I didn't want to do throughout the show, and I didn't.
Right.
But also about how people lie constantly, and they do it, you know, because I'm learning about a lot of the girls through watching the show
Right.
now. So if I knew then what I know now, you know, it'd be a whole different ball game. But you know, they would say something and then they would just be by themselves and
Right.
completely act different. So.
Right. Well, and also what I noticed too, the editing tells the story too, because you can take moments or
Sure.
looks.
Right.
Someone might be looking and be like, did I leave my keys in my car? But then you could have said like, you're not the one for me. And then they're like, so they put those
Yeah.
together and all of a sudden
Right.
you're like, what
Yeah.
is going on?
What is going on?
Or they'll just do the fountain, you know, and you know, it's like a wistful moment, and then it's push in on the fountain, and all of a sudden I'm crying, you know. And
Right.
So,
Well, then it worked, I guess.
but the editing must have told a different story than what you experienced, because you weren't around the cameras all the time
no,
when the
but
girls were.
But as far as me, I mean, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much the truth.
Right,
Yeah.
right, absolutely. So the show will have its series finale this Sunday.
Right.
There are 2 girls left. Everyone. Now, here's the funny thing. You must have taped this. When did you finish taping?
Last spring.
Last spring. So
It's been a while.
So you have to hold this in. You can't
Right.
tell anybody.
I can't tell
Who have you
anybody.
told? Is your mom?
My parents.
Okay,
yeah.
and they're the only ones who
My
know.
sister. That's about it.
That's
pretty
it.
much,
Nobody
yeah.
else can know.
My manager probably knows because she's one of the executive producers,
Right.
and everybody else who worked on the show to
Right.
a certain degree. But
But
that's
everyone
it.
has to sign confidentiality because they don't want to give
Absolutely.
that away. So
Yeah.
punishment of death. We should
Yeah.
bring back the medieval torture for that, because
Right.
you know. But so there's 2 girls left. Obviously, you can't say anything about that, but all will be learned this Sunday.
Right.
On VH1.
Right, absolutely.
So we have, by the way, fans who are watching. We're with Antonio Sabato Jr. right now. His show, My Antonio. has its series finale this Sunday, and it's at 10 p.m. on VH1. We have a ton of people who have questions live in the message board. If you want to ask questions, Jesse, tell them where to go, and we have pre-loaded questions too. We'll get to those in a second. But
Guys,
tell them where to go.
If you want to ask some questions, which I'm sure you do, you're going to want to IM me at thestream.tv. That's the stream, DOT-TV, spelled out. And that's you'll get a much better chance of me answering your question if you do that, as opposed to just writing in the message board. And we've already got questions.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, queue them up. Pick the ones you like in a little bit. But I want to talk with Antonio a little bit more. You moved here to the States when you were, what, 12, 13?
12 years old, yeah.
Okay. Italian, your first language, didn't speak English or knew a little bit?
Nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
We came in 1985, my sister and I, my parents.
Right.
And, yeah, straight to LA.
And what was that experience like? You were. Did you feel like a fish out of water?
Oh, pretty much. I
Yeah.
mean, absolutely, just a complete different world.
Yeah.
From scratch. I mean, just the size of this country, and I mean the opportunities that I was able to do and get.
Right.
My parents and I. So they my parents loved us very much, and
Yep.
they did really well for us. So. We're very proud to be Italian, and we're very proud to be Americans as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so you got into a break. You did a Janet Jackson video. Was that your first break? Like, how did you get into acting and modeling and all that?
My father was an actor. He was in a pretty good film, 1960s, called Grand Prix. Won 3 Academy Awards about Formula One.
Wow.
And he's been working as an actor throughout Europe and all over the world. And so he decided it was best for our future, for my sister and I, to come here. And then I always loved movie making, and I always been going to acting classes my whole life.
Right.
I always wanted to be in this business, as my father was before me.
Sure.
So when I came here, I just went straight to acting classes, and there's so many of them, and I was fortunate enough to get work and start working.
So you started working right away, and then
not right away, but
I mean,
I had to, I had to learn the language. I had to kind of get rid of my accent, and because especially in the 80s, there was no possibilities for anybody else but Americans.
Right.
So now you have diversity.
Reaganomics and the drop top BMWs, and that was like the preppy era.
You have to have the American accent, otherwise you ain't going to work. And now things are a lot, more liberal and free, but back then it was a different story.
It was a totally different story. So would you say your first big break was the video, or was it the Herb Ritts campaign? What was like the moment where you felt like the momentum shifted?
I think working on General Hospital definitely did a lot for me, immensely. I think Janet Jackson put my face out there, but nobody really knew who I was or my name.
Right.
And then when I got the chance to work for those 2 years on GH, was really cool.
Yeah, that's a good run. And of course now you're doing the reality show, and I was thinking, you've done the modeling and the movies and television, and I want to talk about Drifter, movie, good rental for Halloween if you haven't checked it out.
Absolutely.
Would you say there's like a preference that you have for like this is the most fun, or is it just since you're working job to job, it's sort of like what it is?
My thing is to support for my 2 children.
Yep.
That's my main thing. I gotta support for them, make sure they got everything they need and some.
Right.
But working on the set and working with amazing actors, and I had the chance to work with a lot of good ones.
Yep.
That is the ultimate, yeah.
Would there be directing in your future?
No, I don't think I'm ready for that. I mean, it depends. I mean, it always changes. Something, I have a script that I've been working with my father, and a friend of mine and I wrote another one, but I'm not ready for that just yet. Yeah.
Right.
But you never know. If somebody came up and it was the right time, maybe I'd do it. But it's a big responsibility.
Sure.
Yeah.
You got to shepherd the whole crew through.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right, we have a lot of questions, I know, for Antonio Sabato Jr. His show, of course, My Antonio, is having its series finale this Sunday on VH1. Very entertaining show. All right, Jesse, let's go to the message board. Let's get some of those questions that people are asking live so they can talk to Antonio.
All right, awesome. This message is from Angela2908.
Oh.
Antonio, do you still want to get on Dancing with the Stars? Would you like your fans to start a campaign?
Good question.
That'd be a lot of fun. I think that the reason why I haven't been on yet, because I did Celebrity Circus for NBC.
Right, which you won.
Which I won, and it was really cool, and I had a great time. And I think, because it's another reality competition show, they decided, that's what I heard from the casting office over at Dancing with the Stars. But my friend Mark Dacascos is on the show right now, dancing his heart away, and I wish him the best. So it's not easy, but it's a lot of work. But if they call me maybe in the future, when this whole celebrity circuit goes away, maybe I'll do it.
10 years ago, I just wouldn't imagine like, I'll tell you what's going to be popular in 10 years.
Right.
It's going to be all these stars, airbrush tanned in tights, dancing in prime time. Like
Who would've
nobody
thought?
would have thought.
Nobody would have thought
10
that.
years from now, it's going to be hunting people live on CBS.
Answer that
Manhunt.
question. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if the fans would
The
like
fans
to,
are there.
Yeah.
Start a campaign.
Start a campaign.
All right, start
Do it. Next question is
Yes.
from Pinterest84. Does he think that Miranda is there for publicity since she is an actress?
Another good question.
Nice. What do you think?
I didn't think so.
Okay.
You know, once again, I haven't seen these people in a long time, but I remember spending a great amount of time one-on-one with Miranda, and you know, she was real with me. So
Yeah.
yeah, lovely
I mean,
girl.
You can't falter for being in the business. It is what it is. I mean, the thing is though.
Well, we live in LA. Everybody's going to be in this business one way or another.
Absolutely. Here's my thing. It's shot beautifully in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
If there is a season 2,
Right.
and
That's a question people want to know.
there's a lot of those. I'm just saying, you want to know if they're really there for you. Let's do it in Detroit, in the ghetto. Like, do it in where there's gunshots at night.
Yeah. I
Then
don't
we'll
know how
know.
entertaining that would be. But,
See, the thing is, you had them
you
walk
can do
across
something.
fire for you. Let's have them walk.
Sweet move.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's just
All
an
right, that's
idea.
an idea.
Throw it
Sure,
in.
why not? Throw it out
Toss
there.
it in the mix. All right, you have more questions,
I
Jesse?
sure do.
Get to it, because I have a ton.
On to the next question. This is from V-Girl. I'm assuming it means virginity, but I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, does he prefer dating celebrities? Does Antonio prefer dating celebrities? Or does he really want a normal girl?
I'm sorry. I almost have to ban that question because you clearly have not been watching My Antonio. But you can answer if you feel. That one.
Yeah, no, I rather not date celebrities. But once again, if you meet someone in the business that you connect with, I haven't really, not that many.
Right,
Yeah, no. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, you're just more looking for the connection, not really worrying about whether or not.
Yeah, and
what they
someone
do.
who's has the same morals as I do,
Yeah.
and wants to raise more children, and
Sure.
wants to have a career and also be at home.
Right.
You know, I have a pretty boring life. I mean, I do a lot of exciting stuff throughout the day, but at night I'm always at home with my children.
Yeah.
And,
Homebody.
I love my house.
Yeah. No, that's a good place to be.
I
You
do.
know.
I do. I really enjoy being at home.
Would there ever be a job that you meet some girl and you hit it off, and then she says she has some job that you'd be like, and I'm done. Like, oh, you're a mortician? Sorry. Like something weird.
I don't know. I mean, I think if you connect with someone, it doesn't matter what they do, I guess, in a way. But I guess a job that would take them away all the time,
Right.
you know?
Sure. Flight
Steward-
attendant.
flight-
It's
yeah,
out of it.
stewardess, yeah.
It's out of it. All right, we have more questions from you, Jesse, but I have
Yeah,
some
we
from,
do.
also from the message board. By the way, we're going to give away 4 signed, autographed pictures of Antonio
That's
to
right.
our viewers tonight. And here's here's what you have to do, so that you have a heads up. You have to join our Twitter page, Live from Future. I know it's live from the future. It's just had too many letters. Live from future. Join us on Twitter, and you're going to want to be there because you can win an autographed picture of Antonio Sabato Jr. Tonight. So do that, and that's coming up at the end of the show, so you got to watch the whole thing tonight, kiddies. I have some questions on the message board. See, people have posted on the message board on the stream.
Okay.
They're also emailing and IMing them right now.
All this technology.
All
I can't
this is
deal
coming
with
in.
So much stuff happening at the
No.
same time.
We just
So
got letters in the mail.
it. Oh, wow. You still get that?
Yeah.
I think letters, mail is like the new thing.
Wow.
It's the new hip thing to send someone
Remember
a letter.
payphones?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember those?
I just
got
passed
5
some
minutes left.
payphones today.
We still have those around somewhere?
Yeah,
Yes.
somewhere. I saw them
home
today
phones?
at the farmer's market. A whole line of them.
Wow.
It was
Okay.
like walking through my past.
those
I have
things.
to address this one because the fans demand it. A lot of people are wondering. I think you can read it into the show. They're wondering about you sending Tully home. That was like a big thing for people. Why? Was it something you felt you had to do, or did you just come to that decision on your own? I know you probably.
Absolutely, I came on that decision by
Yeah.
myself. It's my life, and I respect it to have their opinion, but at the end of the day, it was something that I felt that was the right thing to do. I mean, me and Tully will always be close,
Yeah.
and we'll be friends, but as far as getting back together, it didn't work out then in Hawaii, and it's not going to work out.
Was it a surprise to you that she came on the show? Did you know
Yes.
that? Did they keep it from you?
They kept it from me.
They
It was a
kept it
total
from you.
surprise. But I
Right.
got to tell you, the show actually put us together in a very pleasant way. We left it off years ago, and it wasn't so good. And now
Right.
we just patched things up, and we're closer as people.
Right.
So, but this is the decision that I had to make, and I felt it in my heart, and you know, I got to do it. Nobody else can do it for me.
Did you know that it would be kind of as an emotional of an experience?
It was
as
an
it
emotional
was?
experience for me. I mean, you could see it in the show. I mean,
Sure.
what you see is what you get, and the whole show was emotional, and that was certainly a big part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Jesse, we're going back to the message boards because we want to give this over to the fans. Of course, if you're watching right now and you want to know, My Antonio has its series finale this Sunday, 10 o'clock VH1. You know, a lot of people, I've been actually posting every day on the VH1 message boards, and you post and within seconds it's gone because people are like, you know, they have a lot of opinions on
They
there.
do, yeah.
And luckily, they have a way to express them.
I'm sure they do.
And a censor board.
Right.
But Jesse, we're going to give this over to the fans so that they can ask questions about Antonio or the show. I have some more stuff, and actually he's going to teach us how to cook something delicious.
I'll try.
In a little bit.
I like it.
And get out your pads of pencils and paper. He is. He knows it.
Who would have
Ooh.
thought
Who would
it?
have thought it?
There you
You're
go.
right, #1 hits, dude.
We are. He's a foodie. I like it. Jesse, go
Yeah,
back
I
to you.
got some questions. This is from Telemundo.
Oh, Telemundo. He's a classic.
So this is Dos, and he says, other than the Antonio father, anyone that inspired him to go into acting and modeling?
She's been losing her accent, by the way.
Right. That's pretty good.
Just so you
He's
know.
just like what
Anyone
I do.
else?
So
Well, you know, I mean, actors that I grew up watching, like, you know, Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire and
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Brando and Paul Newman. I just watched those movies, especially the 70s was a good time
It
in
was.
movie making. So I grew up watching a lot of musicals,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of westerns, classic movies. I still do.
Mm-hmm.
Steve McQueen is one of my favorites. Will always be one of my favorites.
Bullet, come on. Just
Yeah.
I mean, even if you didn't love cars, if you just that chase scene.
There was something about guys back then, you know, when, you know, I work with Robert Wagner,
Yep.
and I know him as he's a good friend of mine. And he's just, no matter what time of the day, he always comes out looking classy with a tie and stuff. And it's just his persona. It's just something classic about him. And he's got class, and they don't make guys like that anymore. You
No.
know, now it's a whole different story, and people want to just look a little bit different. And I think that hopefully I'll still keep it going in that route because.
Yeah.
You know, Steve McQueen and Cary Grant and those guys, they were a class act.
They're the class. They weren't out there with their piercings and, you know.
I mean, you
thing
could
like
see
trying to
movies
get-
back in the 70s, actually even before that.
Yeah.
Nobody throughout a whole movie would say any profanity whatsoever.
Right.
And they were amazing movies to watch. And now you see movies with a lot of profanity, and you know, it's all good, but it's not for me. It's just, why can't you do a movie from beginning to end and be positive and still be entertaining without using all that bad stuff? You know?
Right. Well, let's talk about your movie, which you won an award for, by the way. You won the Best Actor award.
It was great. I mean, I worked on this film that it's really dark.
Yes.
It really took me away from who I am as a person.
It's extremely dark. It's
Extremely
called
dark.
Drifter, and it's the story of Henry
Lee Lucas.
Henry Lee Lucas, who,
Mass murderer.
I mean,
yeah.
truly
Yeah.
mass murder. When I
Right.
was looking into him, and you're like, 400, 5, 6. I mean, he has hundreds.
Hundreds. He claimed to have killed over 3,000 people, but they were able to find a lot of them, but not
Yeah.
obviously not that many.
Yeah. For him, you know, downside, his whole life killed everyone. Upside, he's being played by an international sex symbol. So,
Yeah.
granted, he's dead.
Yeah.
But he must be like, all right, I guess I had it somewhat, you know, like.
Yeah.
But tell me about that, because he's such a dark person. You can't
Yeah,
Meisner
very
technique
complicated.
like, when was I a serial? When was
Oh
I?
no, very far
So
from it.
how do you? No, but how do you go there? I mean, this is such a dark story.
You know, I had the chance to, you know, Michael Pfeiffer is a director who
Okay.
directed the film and turned out to be a good friend of mine throughout the process, and he just pushed me, and we worked on it and changed the way I looked, the way I walked, the way I talked, and everything. And
He had a glass eye, so I
glass
see you were
eye,
working
and
with the.
yeah, you can't recognize me in
Yep.
the film. So, but that's what I do, and I love being an actor. And sometimes, you know, you're fortunate enough that you get something like that.
Right, and did you shoot that in Texas?
No, we shot it right outside of LA.
Really?
You know, we shot that movie in a very short amount of time. We didn't have no money or anything,
Right.
but you get a good group of actors working together, and you see what happens.
Yeah, and it's a good Halloween rental, by the way. It's called Drifter, the Henry Lee Lucas story.
Yeah.
And it's, I mean, just look up his bio, and you're like, I got to see this movie because it looks, it's
Thank
like
you.
gruesome, and you won an award. So
Yeah, I did.
check that out. All right, we're all right. I see it. We're running lower on time. Let's get back to the fans here because we really want to give them an opportunity. I have some questions from the message board that I'll ask in one sec, but I'm gonna give it to you, Jesse, for a sec here so we can get some more live questions. Of course, My Antonio, the series finale, this Sunday.
Sunday.
That's right.
Sunday.
Oh, that
We've
was
got-
good. 10 o'clock on VH1. Yes, we have, okay, go for it, Jesse.
Yeah, we've got a ton of questions.
Go
a
for
lot
it.
of people.
Let's do rapid fire.
R.C. Lewis wants to know how you stay in shape. He's
He's
like, you wouldn't you like to know?
Yes, what I do to stay in shape.
How do you keep your hot bod so
How to keep my hot butt?
Let's review. Genetically gifted. 1. So 2 hours a day? I mean,
No,
what?
no. An hour a day. I don't like.
just-
I do a lot of gymnastics. I work out at this Team Platinum Gymnastics over in Simi Valley. It's a great gym for kids, and the owner Tristan Rodriguez is a friend of mine who's been training me for over a year and a half. And I don't go to a regular gym. I don't lift weights. I just do a lot of gymnastics, climb ropes, parallel bars, rings, stuff like that, and double backs, fronts, back handsprings, stuff like that.
Wow, just the basics, really.
Just the basics. But I just learned it over a year ago.
Right.
So if I could do it, anybody can do it.
People are.
I don't know if you've seen this guy with his shirt off, but basically, I feel like old women from the 1800s come out and start washing their clothes on your stomach. It's a washboard. Anyway, nobody can do it, but I think they could do it. It's just that it seems like
It's a question if you
they're
want
willing
to
to
do
do
it.
it. Yeah,
If
most
you're
people are
willing
like,
to do it.
most guys are like, I can do that. Where's
Yeah,
the
you
beer?
can do that.
Like
And
they
then you
just,
can get cancer and die.
exactly.
So you can do that too.
Most people are
Antonio.
lazy. All right.
That's
We've
what
got-
happens, right? I mean,
We have
if you
more
smoke
questions.
cigarettes-
Let's
True.
give a few more here because I want to learn about the recipe from Antonio. He has a recipe for real Italian meat sauce.
Kind of. I mean, I kind of learned from my dad and my mom and then I just kind of introduced it to what I like. and
Okay, cool.
put it
So we're gonna have
together.
you teach us that in one sec.
I'll try.
And we have 4 pictures that Antonio will autograph tonight to give away to you. All you have to do is join our Twitter account. We are twitter.com/livefromfuture. Twitter.com/livefromfuture. So go there and sign up now so that you can win one of the pictures. You have to be one of the first 4. All right, Jesse, go to you.
I have got to get this in because Nikki loves panadas. Is it supposed to be pandas or what are panadas?
Pandas.
Oh, empanadas?
Empanadas?
No, it's just panadas. Okay, whatever. She
Panadas.
is dying to hear Antonio speak some Italian.
Oh boy.
And someone else. Oh, Elijah's mom wants to see you stand up and do a model pose.
A model pose.
Wow.
Yep, get up, do it.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know
Hold
about
on.
model pose. I'm
Here
just
we
gonna
go.
stand
There we go.
Oh.
Dobbiamo parlare un po' italiano questa sera, quindi è un piacere stare qui in questa sala con tutti voi. Grazie. Ciao a tutti.
Yeah, there it is. Wow. He just
Woohoo! They're freaking out.
he literally he just besmirched all of our good names.
Yes. that's
This
what I
moron
said.
over here, I heard
Yeah.
moron in there.
How do you- yeah.
It's a beautiful language. Everybody
Thank
knows
you.
that Italian is a beautiful language.
Yes.
And the Italians, I mean, and style-wise, I mean, if you get the Ferrari, the Lamborghinis, the suits, the Venice, and the architect, I mean, it's pretty much they've got the lock on style.
We try.
And then you go to Germany and they're like, we don't know anything except beer. And then Bratwurst.
make great cars.
They make Bratwurst, yeah, Porsche and the whole deal.
Yeah.
All right, question for, do you have one lined up?
Well, yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
just wanted
Go
to
for
say
it.
that Mr. Paisley says I'm way past boner.
Wow.
John really, really wanted me to share that one with the world.
Thanks for letting us.
Yes. All right, question from Bottom Boy. Bottom Boy wants to know more soap operas. Would that appeal, or movies? What appeals to you more?
At the end of the day, I mean, I soap operas. I mean, I would love to go back to General Hospital if there
Right.
was a chance to go and play Jagger again. But there's something about movies being on location and stuff that is just pretty cool. So.
So no real preference, really, or are they like one is one kind of beast and the other is
It's a different situation. On soap operas, you're working constantly, which is great.
Right.
But you're always inside and stuff like that. So I mean, I like locations.
But you're an auto enthusiast, right? You like racing.
We can talk racing all day long.
We gotta remake. I mean, it's hard to go there, but what about like a Bullitt-inspired?
Oh, sure. I mean,
what do you like to race? What kind of car? I love cars.
I raced Porsche's GT3s at the Michelin Super Cups, and I raced at Indianapolis for a couple years, and I raced in Spain, Laguna Seca out here, California Speedway, Melbourne Park in Australia. So I raced a couple of here and there. But
I mean, I'm pretty badass on the go-kart scene.
We race go-karts all the time. Yeah.
Actually, I just did that. I just did that.
Did you go to Willow Springs?
No, I went to the Silmar one, and I wore the helmet cam. 50 miles an hour.
Nice.
That was so fun.
Fishtail
the whole thing.
Love it.
You think, how fun can this be? You're literally flying.
Yeah.
You know, and
no seatbelts.
It's a blast.
Yes.
It was great. All right, Antonio Sabato Jr., before because we got to wrap up in a few minutes, why don't you give us that recipe that you were talking about? You know how to make real Italian meat sauce. Go teach our audience here, because they clearly, in addition to being perverts.
You need a lot of garlic, olive oil, obviously.
Like how many cloves?
As many as you want.
Oh, really?
Okay.
All right.
Garlic
That's how I was
is good.
doing it.
Garlic is really good. As many as you would like, and obviously not the whole pot, but just maybe 4. Yep. Cut them up in big pieces and just let them soak in olive oil. Fry them a little bit in there.
Nice.
Till it get really tender.
Yep.
Just low flame.
Mm-hmm.
And then in another pot you could do some meat, like ground beef.
Right.
Ground turkey.
Do you go
what
organic on that stuff?
Sure, you can go organic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you just mix it up with some capers and some wine, red wine, and you just let it soak in there for I don't know, a few minutes, and then you just put them together.
Right.
And then you can add some. You already had the capers, olives, some carrots chopped really small.
Right.
And then you put the tomato sauce after that, and you're ready to go. It's easy to go.
Wait, do you add pasta or do you just eat the sauce?
No, then you eat the pasta with the sauce. Yeah.
Now, when do I?
Sometimes you can eat the sauce by itself because it's so good, but usually with pasta, yeah.
Right. So, so there's no microwave involved in that. Because
the next day, maybe.
Yeah.
If it's cold, actually, it actually tastes better the next day.
Right. Because I can peel a lid, and then the cup of noodles. The way I can pour hot water in there. That's my move.
That's our society.
That's seriously. We don't have time for that stuff.
We got no time for that.
All right.
We got no time for anything, right?
That's true. Antonio Sabato Jr. He is, of course, the star co-executive producer, of course, of My Antonio. Series finale is going to be this Sunday on VH1. We have 1 minute left. We got to give it to the fans here. Why don't you pick 1 or 2 more questions, and then we got to give people how to win the pictures.
Okay. Well, this woman keeps asking me to say, can you please ask him if he teaches Italian to young MILFs willing to pay him?
Oxymoron.
And tell him I love him. Yeah, young MILF.
Young MILF oxymoron,
yes.
whatever that is.
Well, you can be a mom and be young.
Right.
Yeah, but then you wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
All
okay.
Right. Can you let our guest answer? Thank you, Antonio.
I could teach Italian for free. I don't have to get paid for that.
All right. Nice. Look at that. He loves
you made some
the
woman
language.
very happy.
All right. Here's what we'll do. This is how you're going to get to win 1 of 4 autographed pictures of Antonio Sabato Jr. All you have to do is tell us at what age this young man moved to the United States. The first 4 people that get that right on our Twitter account at twitter.com/livefromfuture, twitter.com/livefromfuture, the first 4 people, you're gonna win. And then LV, she's gonna send you how to get all the information and the address and all that good stuff. So that's what you gotta do. And that's all there is to it. All right, how about a big hand for my guest, Antonio Sabato Jr., everybody.
Thank you.
Sunday night, you can watch his show, the series finale of My Antonio, 10 o'clock on VH1. And also Larry Gooley, you can watch him 9 p.m. on HBO. You got your whole Sunday night planned. All right, we will be back next Tuesday at our regular night with the director of The House of the Devil, a new horror movie, with the director Ty West. He's going to be our guest next Tuesday. And that's our end of our Friday night show. Good night, everybody. That's it. We'll see you on Tuesday night. Thank you for John Fulton, for Jesse Schneiderman, and for everybody else. Get out of here. Good night. There you go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Are you doing the song? I'll do extra ones. Agent, Amigi.
That's
oh,
our
Amigi.
show. We're gonna
Beatrice.
say goodnight.
Bonus mouth, Brady. Elohim, ESPN, Hertz, J Musical, Kick Liquid, Killer Nail Bunny, Killtastic, KJ Sheba, Night Star, Loyal Casanova, Lilac, Mad Guy, Mickwalk, Misty, Mr. Paisley, Nasphora 2, Necro Kakaroto, Nick Fuzza, One Alien, 1.2, 21 gigawatts, PandaFest, Parker Said, Pennyman, Frat Pirate, Pibe, Pseudo, RC Lewis, Shano, Senor Shutter, Stevie, Stragamus, The Momos, The Duct